New this morning, there are signs the mental health crisis for kids in Colorado is starting to ease up, but unfortunately, that relief isn't being felt by everyone. 9 News reporter Anusha Roy joins us live in Denver this morning. And Anusha, these are the results from a statewide survey of more than 120,000 kids.
Yeah, it was pretty expansive all across the state, and the experts that I talked to said that at this point they're feeling cautiously optimistic, especially after how intense this crisis began. So you're taking a look at some of the specifics of that survey that shows between 2021 and 2023, the persistent feeling of sadness and hopelessness amongst our kids dropped by 14%. There was also a drop in the number of kids considering suicide and a 1% drop in youth who had attempted suicide. The state said while it can't directly answer the why behind this, it is very encouraged that the prevention work is starting to make a difference. That includes programs like iMatter Colorado that so far has offered 50,000 free therapy sessions for kids so far, to more screenings at schools as well. Unfortunately, though, there's still a pretty significant health disparity for LGBTQ plus kids who are considering suicide at 3 to 4 times higher rates. We also had a chance to talk with doctors from Children's Hospital Colorado. You might remember they had declared a youth mental health emergency years ago, and they said at this point they're also particularly worried about our youngest kids and the impacts of the pandemic.
We've got a whole generation of infants and toddlers and preschoolers who grew up during COVID, right? Who maybe the only people that they actually spent time with were their parents and caregivers. They didn't get to go to play groups. They didn't get to go to early childhood learning centers. And so really having to think on a large social, in a societal way about how do we support those kids who might be lagging in their social skills, their language development, their emotional behavioral regulation as they're entering preschool and kindergarten right now.
For some of the changes that they do like seeing right now, the experts I talked to say that they have noticed a raised level of awareness. A lack of resources have now turned into lawsuits. That is how serious people are about making changes. And the Attorney General is using money from their Jewel settlement for more mental health resources, to name just a couple of the initiatives happening in Colorado. But at the same time, there are so many families and so many kids who are still showing up at places like Children's Hospital during a crisis. That includes kids who are in the emergency room. They know that families are still facing really long wait times to get into inpatient care, and doctors are particularly worried about still how separate our mental and our physical health care systems are. Reporting live in Denver, Anusha Roy, 9 News.
Yeah, it's great to see that some things are working, but clearly still work needs to be done. Anusha, thank you.